bring before I actually bring up, Mr. Scott, again, how many of you were on the training or on the mastermind that we just had with Dr. Portis and Mr. Demond Crump? Just drop a one into the chat section. Okay, one. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so just Peggy. Okay, okay, I see Deidre, Michelle. Awesome, great, great stuff. All right, Sunshine. So basically, everybody that's on this call was on that call, right? Which is amazing, right? Now, here's the thing. Almost everybody, right? It's okay. But here's the thing, guys. I don't know if you all really recognize that everything that Mr. Crump spoke about, these are things that we have been taught, and these are things that we have been talking about since the beginning, right? There is definitely a power in launching your business. And right now, we're in a space where a lot of people want to be hands off. Okay. A lot of people want to be hands off. A lot of people just want to go straight and flock to social media because, it seems to be, or they think it's easier. And I'm so glad that, Mr. Crump actually brought up social media and, the difference in influence or the levels of influence that a person might have when it comes to actually reaching out to people or people reaching out to them, on social media. Everybody is not going to have the same level of influence, right? And I want you guys to really, really think about that. Okay. Now on Saturday, I did the new member orientation, and how many of you were on the Saturday new member orientation? Because I brought up actually lifting up this 600-pound gorilla. Okay, this right here is a 600-pound gorilla that people tend to be so afraid to actually go into and extract names and numbers. Okay, when we say create your list of 100 names and numbers, this phone that is just, not even a pound, right? It suddenly turns into something that you can barely lift, like you can't even lift it up. You can't even put your finger on it to actually put the code in to see the numbers, okay? Like people are so afraid of this 600-pound gorilla, but guys, your money is in your phone, okay? Your money is in your phone. And I'm so glad Mr. Crump kind of went over that because social media is a tool. So social media is something that you can use, right? But if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty and you really want to get down to the grit and build this business, you got to pick up, you got to use your biceps and your triceps and your back muscles, and you got to use everything. Okay. And you got to pick up this 600-pound gorilla and get in your phone because that is the power of the launch. So we're just going to go over a few things that Mr. Crump kind of went over. Right, everything, like literally everything. Okay. And I definitely, again, before I bring up Mr. Scott, just wanted to just share some things with you because everything, again, that he went over is in our Dare to Dream. Okay. And of course, some things that he spoke about, we're going to talk about that as well. But in the Dare to Dream, guys, listen, that is a system. He said it in the beginning of the call as to one of the steps, right? Where he said, for step 5, everybody goes into the system, okay? Mr. Crump has been successful in this industry for many years. Okay. I got a chance to actually talk to him face to face for the very first time. Been watching him from afar for years, but I got a chance to talk to him for the first time face to face at the Atlanta event, and it wasn't even at the actual Pinnacle event because I wasn't able to make it there. But I made it a point that I was going to talk to this gentleman. Okay. And so when we did the 5K walk, I was actually able to, just take a few moments of his time to talk to him, right? But he is definitely like a leader in this industry. Twyla Portis, she went over when she edified him, some of his accolades, some of his, accomplishments, right? Um, He's amazing. Okay, definitely amazing. He is definitely a living legend in this industry, right? And one of the things that he said was everybody goes into the system, right? And we say that system stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. This business is really not as hard as we try to make it to be. It's really, really simple because we have a system in place. Our dare to dream, ladies and gentlemen, listen, you have a powerful tool with the dare to dream. So powerful that with this dare to dream, the company actually, kind of designed the purple book from the dare to dream. Okay, the Dare to Dream is so powerful that a lot of leaders look at the Dare to Dream and then they start to use the Dare to Dream because it's just four simple steps. Okay, four simple steps that you want to make sure you are introducing to your people, to your new people. You want to make sure that you're plugging people into the system. And again, we say the system stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. But everything, okay, that he talked about is in the Dare to Dream. Okay. He talked about the comp plan. Okay. That is part of the GPS, knowing your comp plan, knowing what's in your comp plan, knowing how you're able to actually get paid. Okay. Nobody wants to start a job and go into a job and you don't know how you're going to get paid. You want to know how much you're going to get paid. You want to know how many days you working. You want to know if you getting, how many days do you get off. You want to know if there is, vacation days, PTO days. Like you want to know everything when it comes to your payment. Okay. And this business is no different. You want to know the compensation plan. And the great thing about Total Life Changes, guys, the compensation plan is pretty simple. Okay, it's really easy. There is a full breakdown. If you go into your back office and you go into your resources, and I'll make sure tonight that I put that onto the Team Unity Live that a person can actually go through, right? But just knowing how you get paid, right? Knowing what you will get paid at each rank as you elevate to the top of the company, knowing what the top rank is. A lot of people don't know what the top rank is, so all these things you want to know, right? And all of that we go over in the Dare to Dream, right? That is a part of the GPS, the game planning session. That is a part of step 3. Okay, he talked about knowing mastering the comp plan. He talked about focus. Okay, focus, like really honing in and focusing on the launch. May 1st, we are launching a new product. We are launching a new product in the midst of us still launching our business. Okay. We're still early in the game. We're still new. So we're still in launch mode. But now we have some extraness, right? We got some secret sauce because in the midst of us launching our business, now we have a new product to launch into the marketplace. Okay. A product that people are looking for, a product that people want. That GLP-1 is going to change the game for us. Okay. And so we have to really just focus on the power of what we have and focus on the power of the launch. Like literally lock in, right? And we got to listen, when he says stay positive, that is part of the Dare to Dream as well. That is part of step 1. That is, okay, like personal development. Staying positive is key in this business, okay? Our mindset will determine our paycheck. I want y'all to write that down. Your mindset will determine your paycheck. If you are negative Nancy or negative Nathaniel, it's going to affect your paycheck. If the things and the words that are coming out of your mouth are always negative, that is going to affect your paycheck. He talked about edification, right? Edifying and de-edifying when it comes to our leadership. That will affect your paycheck. When you de-edify the process, when you de-edify the system, when you de-edify your leader, when you de-edify the leadership, that is going to affect your paycheck. All of that matters. All of that matters. What you do to your upline, your downline will do to you. If you don't call your leadership, if you don't reach out to your leadership, I promise you, I know for a fact, right? And this is not towards anybody, but I've been doing this for 10 years. But I know for a fact, if you don't reach out to your leadership, if you don't call your leadership, I promise you, 9 times out of 10, you have at one point said, I don't know why my people not reaching out to me. I don't know why my people ain't calling me. I got to find my people. Where my people at? What you do to your upline, right? What you do to your upline, your downline will do to you. If you don't understand the power of what you say, you call yours all the time. Absolutely. And that's what we're supposed to do. Even if you can't call, right? Even if you can't call, send a text. Text your upline. Mr. Scott be tired of me, guys. I promise you. Listen. Well, he say he don't be tired of me, but listen, even if he is, I don't care. I really don't care. Right? Listen, I'm calling. I'm texting. If he can't pick up, it's okay. Right? It's okay. Eventually he will. And I've been doing that since day one. I promise you guys. I've been doing this since day one. And I didn't even understand what I was doing. I was just doing it because I was hungry and I wanted something different. I wanted my life to change. And so I knew I couldn't keep doing the same things. And I had somebody who had success, who had done this for many, many times, many, many years, right? I had someone I had access to show me and to teach me what to do. And the people that I was used to talking to couldn't show me nothing. So who was I reaching out to? My sponsor, my leadership. So please don't ever feel like you are bothering your upline or you're bothering your leader or you're bothering the leadership. Don't ever feel like that. Bother them. It bothers them when you don't bother them. Okay. It bothers me when people don't bother me. And I shouldn't even say bother. It bothers me when people don't reach out. But at the same time, as a leader, I can't want it more for somebody than they want it for themselves. I let people do what they need to do in order to feed their family. Now, that's all I can do. But if you reach out, we gonna make this thing work. So focus, lock in, staying positive. That's so, so, so important. Guys, listen, anybody for the next 90 days and beyond, but we're gonna focus on these next 90 days. For the next 90 days, we have to put it in our mind. If the conversation is going left, we're gonna leave. Okay? Write that down. If the conversation is going left, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave the conversation, exit. We have no time for negative talk. Okay. We have to be mindful of every gate of our body, our eye gate, okay, our ear gate, and our mouth gate. These things are going to be so important for the next 90 days. What comes out of your mouth, what goes into your ears, and the things that you are actually focused on and the things that you see. Even the things that you watch on TV. I know, listen, Corey, you be watching Real Housewives. No, Corey don't watch no Real Housewives. Who was that? Sherry, if you be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay, you're gonna have to hold on. You're gonna have to binge watch it a little later, okay? Like we have to be so focused these next 90 days, guys. I promise you, because everything matters and everything is important. I wanted to touch real quickly too. Guard your spiritual gate. All of that matters. All of it matters. Okay? All of that matters. Listen, whatever religion you are, whoever you pray to, or whatever you pray to, get focused. Okay? All of that matters. But I wanted to talk real quick on two other things before I actually bring up Mr. Scott, right? And I wanted to talk about the law of large numbers. All right. And it's so amazing. I remember when Mr. Crump, when he launched his business with the sanitary napkins, right? And I was still in TLC at the time, and at the time they were in Atlanta, and it was like the news was spreading like wildfire because the day that they launched, they had 5,000 people come into the business at one time. 5,000 people. Five. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 5,000 people come in at one time. Right. Now, he didn't do it by himself. He didn't do it by himself, but his people understood the they understood the law of large numbers. Okay. Now we've been talking about small numbers, all right? Because he said, of course, he mentioned, how do you eat an elephant? You can't eat it with one bite. You have to break it up in small pieces, okay? We've been teaching everybody in the Dare to Dream, all right? Step number 2, creating that list of 100 names and numbers, because there is a ratio. Okay, there's a ratio that appears when you continue to do things right, and based on the law of averages, when we say create that list of 100 names and numbers, when you're going through your list, right, when you're going through your list and you're getting your list out of this 600-pound gorilla, when you're going through your list, you're actually going to start to call people. And I was so glad that he went over how he actually contacts and invites, right? How many of you caught that PS3? Okay, well, the peaking of the interest. He didn't say anything about a company name. He didn't say anything about a product. He didn't say anything about anything, right? He stressed edification, edifying the speaker, edifying your leadership, right? Edifying the person who is going to be presenting the information. Take it off of you. A lot of times, we want to feel like we that deal, and we may be that deal, right? But in this particular case, right, we don't want to be the deal. We want to take it off of us. It's not about us at that point. Okay, take it off of us, and you want to edify your leadership, edify the speaker. He did that so smooth, right? And he did it in like 2.3 seconds. Always be in a hurry, something that we talk about as well, right? Be in a hurry. You talk long, you talk wrong. Stop talking. Stop talking so doggone much, right? So listen, the law of averages and the numbers, right? When we say 20, 10, 5, 1000, out of your list of 100 names and numbers, because the thing is, when you start calling people from that 100 names and numbers, some people may not answer, okay? Some people may answer and say, hey, I got to call you back, whatever. Some people have changed their numbers. Some people's phones are disconnected, whatever, okay? So out of those 100 people, there are different scenarios that may happen, but you're going for 20 verbal confirmations, okay? Just 20. Just say, put that in the comments, just 20, just 20, just 20 verbal confirmations. That's all you're going for. It's only 20 people, right? It's just 20 people that you're getting to say yes. Just 20. And out of those 20, you're going to have about 10 that actually, show up. 10 are going to lie to you. Okay. They're going to lie like a rug. They're not going to show up. And it's okay. Right? Half of them are not going to show up. But the great thing is, half may not show, but half will show. Sometimes we focus on the half that don't show, and it doesn't matter. They may not show up because they just don't want to be bothered, but some may have other things going on. We never know, okay? So we can't focus on the ones that don't show. Our main focus is going to be the ones that actually do show up. So out of just the 20 verbal confirmations, guys, you're going to have based on your level of influence, between 7 to 10 people that actually show up. Now we cooking with grease because we have 7 to 10 people that we can share the information with. We have 7 to 10 people that we can expose to our leadership and let them do the work. That's what they there for. That's what they say. Use me. Don't they say it? They say use me. Okay, right? 7 to 10 people that we can expose to the business or to our leader and let them expose them to the business, because we're taking it off of us. And out of those 7 to 10 people, you're going to have about half of those people that actually do something, that actually busts a move, that actually purchases a product, or actually, joins the business. And from that half of the people that actually do something, you can make up to $1,000 or 1,000 points. It doesn't matter, right? But you can make some points. You can make some money just from those few people that actually show up to the call. There's power in numbers. If you want more people, you go for more confirmations. I love how Mr. Crump said what was it, 700 people? Like 700 people that he invited to an event. And out of that 700 people, 252 people showed up. Yeah. He's at 700 people. Half of 700 is 350 people. He didn't even get half. He got less than half. What was that, about a fourth? About a third? I'm not sure. I'm not sure of fractions. I was never good at fractions. I just know half. Half of them didn't show up. But he still had a good number of people to actually show up. So when you're doing your events, whether it's a home party or whether it is a launch call, think about that, right? Think about that. Think about the numbers. It's a numbers game. Think about that. Think about how Mr. Crump, who has had major success in this industry for many, many, many years, invited 700 people to an event and not even half showed up. Guys, there is power in numbers, and we have to get out of the fear of rejection when it comes to this 600-pound gorilla. We have to get out of, thinking that people are going to say something about what we're doing, or wondering what people are going to be thinking about us, or actually thinking for other people as well. Sometimes we look, and how many of you have actually did this? Looked at somebody's name and thought to yourself, this person is not going to do it. Put a one into the chat section if you've ever done that. Right. We start thinking for people. We look at that name and be like, oh no, they got this going on, they got that going on. They're not gonna do it. But I always tell people, listen, you never know what a person is going through in life. You really never know. And I'll share them. I don't know if I've ever shared the story with it, but listen, there's a time in my life, I know, when I was going through a lot, just lost my mother, all kind of stuff. It was like deep depression, all these different things, right? But when I showed up in the world, nobody knew what was going on because I showed up with a smile, okay? Nobody knew that I was crying at night. Nobody knew when I didn't want to work, when I was laying in the bed for days and days and days, okay? Like, it was bad. Your sister, it was rough, okay? It was so rough to the point where my house went into foreclosure. And because my house went into foreclosure, I didn't have a garage to have my car. So my car got repoed too. Okay. But nobody knew what was going on because, again, when I showed up with a smile. I could have been the person in your phone that, Sonia, you might have looked at my name and said, she ain't going to do this, but I needed to. So we never know what people are going through. So when you look at your names and your numbers, guys, listen, don't start thinking for people. You're just going for the confirmations. You're just getting the answer. You're just asking people to just take a look at some information, putting them in front of the leadership, taking it off of you and putting people in front of the leadership. That conversation that Mr. Crump had when somebody asks, what do you say to your family and friends when they already know what you're doing and they already know the products? He gave the best answer in the world. Hey, listen, I just need you to do this for me. I'm in a bad position right now, but I'm partnered with a young lady, a gentleman who has been able to earn seven figures or multiple six figures or whatever. Okay. I partner with this person and I know that they've been helping me, or they're helping me get to my goal of $40,000 because I need that to get my life back on track. And they've been able to do that within a week or a month or whatever. So for me, all I need you to do is take a look at what they're talking about. Just get on the call for me. Guys, he gave some very, very, like, he really broke down all the things that we have heard before. But sometimes we have to hear it from somebody else before we can understand it. Sometimes we have to hear from other people before we can actually digest exactly what it is that we have our hands on. And we have our hands on the very thing that he talked about, which was in the Dare to Dream. Everything that he talked about was in the Dare to Dream, right? So I wanted to just kind of cover those few things, um, because in May 1st, right? May 1st, we launched the new product. And we have to get ready for these next 90 days. We're still launching our business, right? We're still in the beginning phases of launching our business. And so we're going to have to launch again, right? We have to get into the energy of launching again. You can relaunch your business at any point in time. People don't know and people don't care. Okay. They're not going to say, well, I thought you just launched your business in December. I did. I'm doing it again. Okay. Don't worry about that. So we have to get into the energy of we are launching again. Let this be the beginning all over again. That excitement that you had when you first launched, that excitement that you had when you first got started, we got to get back into that energy and then turn it up a notch. Okay, turn it up 10 notches actually, because what we're about to bring to the marketplace, guys, if you are not in position, okay, if your energy is not right, if you're not ready, okay, listen, the boat is going to leave you. The ship is going to sail, and you're going to be looking out there in the sea saying, wait a minute, come back. Absolutely not. Okay. Hope you can swim, baby. Hope you can swim, right? Because the ship is going to sail. So we definitely have to make sure that we are in the right energy. But listen, edification, edifying your sponsor, edifying the system, edify, edify, edify. So key. Edify, edify, edify. Take it off of you and put it onto your leadership. Your leadership, your leadership is going to be the key to your success. A big key to your success. The key that's going to open the door. You heard it from Mr. Crump. You might hear from me. You might hear from Mr. Scott. You may even hear from, Dr. Portis, right? But to hear it from me, hear from Mr. Scott, hear from Dr. Portis, and hear from Mr. Crump, and hear from other people, edification is going to be the key that unlocks the door to your success. Use your leaders, use your leadership, okay? Please, even if you are an amazing leader yourself, every leader needs a leader. There's a reason why some of the, most influential people in the world, Oprah Winfrey has a leader. She has a mentor. We talked about Oprah, okay? Oprah has a mentor. Everybody needs a leader. It doesn't take anything away from you. Use your leadership, okay? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do now, okay, I want to introduce, well, not even introduce, because I know that everyone on this call actually knows this gentleman, okay? So I am going to present to you a gentleman that I met 10 years ago, okay? Back in 2015. And at the time when I met this gentleman, I was definitely in a position that I needed change. I needed something in my life, and I am so grateful that he reached out to me on social media. At the time, he was a complete stranger, and he opened me up to some information. And I am so grateful that I said yes, because it is because of this gentleman that I've been able to have success in this industry, okay? Because I had been in the industry before and failed miserably because I didn't have a system. Now, this gentleman is originally from the Bronx, New York, the Boogie Down Bronx, comes from very humble beginnings, high school graduate, blue collar worker, former U.S. paratrooper who decided he wanted something more for himself and something more for his family. He went on to become a highly successful serial entrepreneur and a highly sought after coach, mentor, and speaker, literally coaching, mentoring, and training thousands upon thousands of people around the world on how to have success in life and how to have success in business. He himself is a documented multi seven-figure income earner in the industry of home-based business, direct sales, and network marketing. And I am so grateful again that he is not only my coach, my mentor, he is also my friend. So without any further ado, I am going to bring onto the line none other than the millionaire mentor, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. Mr. Scott, are you on the line, sir?
Yes, lady, absolutely on the line. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you and see you.
Excellent, excellent. Listen, as always, you did such an amazing job sharing, going over the information that we actually just covered on an amazing call with Mr. Crump. But you yourself, without coaching, without any additional. Make sure you talk about this. You know exactly what to say, how to say it, how to present it. And the reason why is because you've been such a student of the business for years, learning this information so that you can apply it over and over and over again. And that's exactly why you have the results that you have. And that's exactly why whenever I'm talking to Swala, she's always saying, make sure Nikki does this, make sure Nikki's a part of this, make sure she's on this right here, because she recognizes your leadership itself. Even as we're doing these different calls, she's like, make sure she's on this, make sure she does this, make sure, because she recognizes the same thing that I recognize, that you're an amazing leader. So thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate you for just sharing what you shared tonight on the call. Right? And everybody else, listen, what she covered today was really important, because we cover this stuff all the time. And like she said, many times you don't always hear it from the person who's actually bringing it to you the most. But while we was actually in the in the training, I'm watching other people that we've been coaching, because I tell you, I teach the same information. Other people ask me about systems that I use. I actually implemented the same 4 steps that I use, that Anna used, that Anna Quintero uses, that got her to $40,000 a week in income. And I've been using that for years. When I met Anna years back and I showed her my system, like, that's the same system I'm using. I'm like, yeah, because we got it from a lot of the same people back in the days. So we still apply the same thing to this date. And because of that, I've trained other people. When we started doing these challenges, I actually started teaching and training some other leaders on what to do to launch their organizations. And I'm like, this is what you do. And I'm sharing the Dare to Dream. And as I'm going through the information, and as he's going through training, I'm watching people's text. Mr. Scott talks, he teaches this. He said this right now. This is not our people, not from Unity, but these are the people who I literally give the same information. And it's not about me. I learned the same information. I learned a lot of the same people that train myself. A lot of the same people who train, we say the same thing, but it's the key thing. And Peggy, Nikki, all of you guys with me for a long time, you guys know what I always say. When we're launching, you guys have to take the launch very, very seriously. Because even right now, we're still in our launch phase with the rebirth. We're still in our launch phase. But even though you're in the launch phase, it has to be a renewing of the mind, a renewing of the energy, a renewing of everything else, that now you're like, that this next phase, this next 90 days, we're already into the next 90 days. April is part of the next 90 days. April, May, June, that's a part of the second phase, the second quarter of the year. So we are already in launch mode. And as we're in this space, now you have to find it inside yourself. Something that's going to transition inside you, or transfer, whether that's the power you transfer from that call, the belief from Nikki, belief from Mr. Crump, belief from Twala, belief from somebody else, that now what we talk about, what we train on, what we've been given, this is exactly, he says everything we talked about. Everything that's in the Dare to Dream. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna train you on the Dare to Dream, but I'm make sure I bring it back to your attention so you can recognize that when I coach on it. This is the reason why we coach on it, because we recognize that this stuff that's inside of it is really important. So let me give this to you real quick, right? Just so you guys know when you're going through it. Not just this part right here. When we're talking about personal development, right? He was saying the same thing. Everything is your mindset. Nikki just said a little while ago, and how you have to stay focused is here in the personal development, the coaching, the personal development, the books you're reading. I'm always reading different books. I'm actually talking to Swala, and we talking about other books that she's reading and she recommended, and I'm like, I got that book too, and I'm like, let me get ahead and start getting back into this next phase, because it's working, so I can get to another phase of personal development, personal growth for myself, a reminder of myself, so I too can be in this next phase. I just talked to Nikki a couple of days ago. I'm like, listen, I said, we gotta do another launch in this process. She's like, I'm gonna do another launch call for myself. I'm gonna have a bunch of people on the call. I'm like, yeah. I said, I'm gonna get Twila to do my launch call. I'm talking to AB. I'm like, AB, if you need me to do your launch, we gotta take your launch serious, because I understood that this phase right now, guys, we all have to be in this launch phase. But this personal development piece is key. Man, he covered this right here. He covered the list. The list is important when it comes to the launch. And the list is important because it's in the list that many of you, when you understand how powerful the launch can be, and when I ask everybody to launch with me, even when we launch here, many people didn't launch at the same time. Some people just joined and just sat around and watched other people and didn't really take it serious. But I'm like, take it really serious. When I went to the last company, the reason why I hit the 50K in the first, that was 50,000 in volume. That 50,000 in volume got me about $20,000 in my first month in that company. But it was because I understood the compensation plan. That's the first thing I look at. because I understand it. I look at the compensation plan, understand it, understanding how to help other people succeed in the compensation plan as well. And therefore, I was actually literally training everybody on what to do and what we're looking for and how we're going to position. I'm looking at the product packs to join with, and I'm giving everybody what to do. And I was able to get 50K, 50,000 in volume in the first 30 days because I plus Nikki plus Peggy plus other people launched with me at the same time. And I got mine, they got theirs, was able to all start ranking up simultaneously. But then after we did that first month, the very next month, I was still in launch mode. And not only did I get to 100K, become a 100K affiliate, I also broke a 100K affiliate. That meant I was working through other people and other people's people and other people's people that I was able to help other organizations grow. So for like 90 days straight, we was going as hard as we could. The next month after that, I was able to push all these numbers because I was focusing on my sponsor and making sure, because the first couple of months, my rank was way ahead of Demond's. Demond Coleman. By the third month, I'm gonna focus all my energy to make sure. So I'm working with a lot. That's behind the scenes. I'm working with all these other people, teaching everybody what I was doing so he can get to the rank of 250. So by the third month, he hit the 250K. But that was because I'm working with all these different people because I'm like, let me, because I wanted everybody to succeed. We come here and we have the same opportunity, but it's going to take everybody knowing that the same things apply. You have to take your launch seriously. And when you're launching people, because they have a network of people. And this is the thing right here, guys. When you put that list in place, that list is important. We just say 100 names and numbers. You don't end with two. That's the starting point. You get to the point to at least 100 names and numbers. Then we say launch. And this thing is this: when we tell people to launch, part of that process of launching, all right, is knowing that it's right here inside the. But he said that he said it called PS3. This right here, peak interest, shoulder plan, 3-year call. This already been in the Dare to Dream. He literally telling you guys what's already in the Dare to Dream. Peak interest, shoulder plan, 3-year call. He literally just said the same exact thing. I'm not going to try to explain. It's that simple. Listen, it's simple. Don't try to explain the business of TLC to anyone. Let the system do it for you. That's why the virtual grand opening is I don't have a lot of time. You let them know you're working with the successful partners. You edify the leadership. You edify who you're working with. You let them know you're having a call tonight on this call. Get on the call, and then after that, that's it. Nothing else. There's no talking about tea. There's no talk. All that stuff is right here. And it says right here to edify your team expert. Whoever's doing the call for you, he just covered exactly what's in the Dare to Dream. You edify your team expert. Not just going to get on this call. No, you're talking about the person who's going to do the call. You talk about that person. If Nikki has done calls for me, I edify her to do the call. You got to hear this, young lady. I edify whoever's doing the call for me. I take it off of myself. It ain't about it. Don't have to be a personal. It don't have to be just me and Twilight. I can edify anybody to do the call for me and talk about that person and talk highly about that person. And when you do that, guys, this simple process right here, contacting and inviting you, this is the very first thing that all people have to get and all people have to understand. Everything else that we're talking about is in this right here. Look right here. Let me show you this. You see, I said the first 24 hours. You know why I said this right here? I said, get your calendar out because you got to start scheduling your launch calls and things like that. Get your presentation so when we start presenting for you, you can start following along with your presentation to learn how to present. But watch this right here. It says download your compensation plan. You know why? Because he said it to make sure you know how and what you're getting. I literally teach you, get your compensation plan. You don't have to figure it out on your own. I tell you to get your compensation. Why? Because if you understand how you're getting paid, you understand why you're getting paid, all the things that he literally just trained on. It's right here in the Dare to Dream. You can literally train your organization on just calendar training, on presentation training, on compensation training, on 120 training. I'm saying on the 4 steps. When you can train somebody. Listen, you can train on Telegram and how it's useful, on Facebook and how it's useful, on IG. You can train a bunch of different things. Train on how to get your names and numbers. Train on the call schedule that we have. You can train people literally on contacting and inviting. You can train on edification. You can train on game planning. Everything that you need right here for that a person needs in the very beginning is literally right here at your fingertip. You can train on how to get a customer. Everything that we need, guys, is right here. All you have to do is say, let me get ahead and launch my organization. Let me get back into this launch phase. Let me make sure that I'm edifying the team, edifying the organization. I need you guys to understand edification is everything. There's edification, and I did a whole training on it when we was inside the blue team. Edification, de-edification. Dwala been telling me, Dwala and Dad, we need you to get to do that. We need you to get to do this edification training, but they keep putting everything else in place. I'm like, listen, everybody have to understand, because if not, this thing's going to fall apart, because there's edification and then there's de-edification. You can edify and talk highly about people, but you also can de-edify, because my ability, listen to me, my ability or your ability to move your organization is a direct correlation to how well you edify. That means if your team edifies you, your team's people will follow you and do the things that you ask them to do. If your team de-edifies you, your people won't listen to you. My ability to move your organization is a direct correlation to how well you edify. And if you de-edify, I can't move them. That means now when I give them instruction, they're like, yeah, okay, I hear you, whatever, because once you de-edify, I have to be hands off. He said it on the call just now. He said, let them go. Once you have, there's nothing I can do, because the team, they don't hear me anymore. Where you at? Let me see if I see Peggy. This is how it goes, Tammy. This is how it goes. A lot of us like this. Let me say it in a way that some people who go to church understand it this way. You can see your pastor on the tree. Oh my God, my pastor! Oh my God, he's amazing. He's an amazing pastor. You tell all your people he's an amazing pastor. The first time you hear say that pastor has messed around with elder somebody, now while he's talking, you like this. Yeah, you know he messed with Elder Belderberry, right? You know he messed with Elder McGillicuddy, right? You ain't hearing nothing else. Go take your ass to another church. You ain't hearing nothing else. He's talking after that. Now you just showing up so you can be talking gossip, so you can be talking about it. You tell everybody, yeah, Elder, yeah. You listen. We remember in Living Color. Oh Lord Jesus Christ! Oh Lord, don't tell me. Now you know he messed with this over here, don't you? You can do all this highfalutin conversation, and as soon as they, you know, I heard this about him. Nobody's listening to your leadership after that. So you can't. Once you de-edify your leadership, even if it's just in a quick, even how. And I did a whole training. Whether you're talking to your leadership in a way, and your people hearing you, if you're talking to your leadership in a way, and you're telling them something else, anything you got going on in your life that's negative, it goes upline. Many of you guys, I know I'm telling you too much, Mr. Scott, and I know you're telling me everything so I can help you. I need to know exactly where you're at. I'm not nothing you tell me I'm gonna tell anybody else. As a leader that I understand, my job is to help you overcome your self-imposed limitation. Understand what you have going on so I can help you continue to move forward. Once I understand these things, then I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna help you get your head back in the game, and we continue to move forward. Because a lot of the things that people talk about are connected to something when it comes to the finances. If you can't pay your bills, you got to think, they're going to come to get my car. No, they ain't coming to get the car. You ain't got no money to pay for the car. So therefore, let's get the money out the way. The car breaks down. The car broke down. How am I going to get back and forth to work? Well, if you got money, you can get the car fixed or get another car and continue to keep working. If there's a death in the family, now you can get to the thing. Now, my family passed away. Well, let's go ahead and get you to a place where you can actually go. Your family, they putting together all these things where they got to put the fundraiser because they don't got the money to bury them. Let's make some money and you can actually pay and help. All that you can get to the funeral. All these things, life is going to life. We got to get the money out the way. So when life lives, we can handle that part of it, because what takes us to the other level of pressure is when life happens, and then you don't have the money to get through everything else. That's why when we saying we got to work, he told you guys in the first 30 days or the first week, there was able to do 30,000, 40,000. I know this stuff happened. I know that I've done it. I literally know in 30 days of launching an organization, you plus your group, you plus your team, everybody looking, saying, listen, we are launching. We're doing this together. We're putting our energy together. We're gonna be this organization. Because people want to be a part of that movement. When people saw the rebirth, that was all of us. People want to be a part of what we were doing. Not just Daryl, not just Twala. When we first posted, they were like, they said they saw me, they saw Daryl, they saw Twala, they saw Natasha. Then other people joined us. Then they started putting other banners out. In the very beginning, they just put the banners out for the few people, and people like, oh, you was back in, this person's in, I know this person's in. Then we started all calling people. Nikki calling people, Pam calling people. Everybody's calling different people to get onto the calls because we were just launching together as an organization. That's where we are right now. We understand. After listening to that call, there should be nobody just go, okay, well, I hate you. Okay, yeah, that was good training. No, you got to say to yourself, let me get my calendar and launch. I've been preparing you for everything. Even when I was saying this last week, if you've been doing events this past week, it should be an event going on this week. It should never be you do something 1 week and then 2 weeks later you do something else. 3 weeks later you're doing something else. From the energy from one event, you should be booking a meeting from a meeting as quickly as you can to keep this energy going fast. I'm looking for these next like closing out April. I'm looking for the foundation of April to be something, I mean, just magnanimous. I'm looking to be life-changing. I'm looking for it to be something that we haven't even done yet. I don't need everybody. You don't need everybody. You don't need everybody. You need the few who do. You need those who choose to say yes. Yes, this is my time. This is my moment. Yes, I'm going to be one of the leaders that help move the organization forward because it ain't about me. And like I told you, even on the other organization, I was hitting my ranks before my sponsor hit my ranks. He wasn't posting his ranks. He was promoting everybody else's rank, but he still was moving forward. By the time his rank came, he was like, I'm a 250K. But by that time, he bypassed my rank, his other ranks. So you don't have to worry about, I'm pushing everybody else up. No, if you that guy, you that girl, you can outdo anybody. You can outdo me. You can outdo Daryl. You can outdo Twilight if that's something that's in your spirit, and you got to be that person to outdo, or you feel like you're less than because somebody else is taking advantage. No, you have equal opportunity to be exactly the same. You could be at a national, you could be a global, you can hit ambassador before anybody else. But everything that's going to help you do that, it's not just how you get them in. He said the same thing I've been teaching you guys. I teach you to go wide, and then we go deep. Why does you know why I launch you? You know why I keep saying launch? Because I'm teaching to go wide. You know why I've been grabbing your people up and talking to you like Courtney and talking to your guy Sharon and talking to your guy Nikki and talking to your guy, you're talking to Sonia and talking to Letty and talking to you know why? Because I'm now working to stabilize your organization by building deep. You got to go wide. So I keep doing the launch call to help you get as many people as you can. Not just going to, not just going by that, you get as many people as you can. And then I'm doing calls after calls after calls. I'm in this thing with you. I'm in it with you because I understand it in a way that everybody don't understand it. But one thing that I know, and I said it to you guys on the stage, the strongest force in the human personality is the need to remain consistent with one's own identity. And if you want to remain who you are, well, that's just how I get down. That's how I am. That's the strongest force. And you have to say to yourself, let me check myself on that. I don't want to remain the same. If you're economically, you're not where you want to be at, don't choose to remain the same. Let me give you these last 7 things, guys, and then once we finish this, guys, I need you guys to schedule, whether you calling me, the schedule, texting me to get on the calendar. I'm gonna do some calls and things with you this week, so I can help you guys continue to launch and get your organization flowing this week. But let me give you seven things that how you evaluate a company so you know you're in the right company at the right time, right? It'll help you in your process. I'm looking at my calendar so I can grab my calendar, see if I got some other things. I know this week right here is tax week coming up. For those of you who are in business, you got by the 15th, you got to do your stuff with your taxes. I got that on my calendar as well. I know I have an event that I think I have a 1 p.m. tomorrow with High Teeny at 1 o'clock, the GPS session. I know I got that right there. I know I have an appointment myself, a follow-up for my own doctor's appointment on the 16th, that's Wednesday. So I'll be off the grid in the morning time on that right there. I think that's the only one that I have for myself as far as doctor's appointment. Other than that, everything else on tax day, my appointment that I have tomorrow and other things, I'm looking to schedule some other time with everybody else. Home parties, launch calls, other things. But I need you guys, don't wait until next Saturday or Sunday to do a meeting. You can easily do something on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, do calls, do meetings every day. It's about me. It's me plus the group, me plus the leadership, me plus other people doing the same thing. I'm doing it because not because I'm some type of I'm a global, I'm an ambassador. I'm doing it because I'm you. I just know that this is how it works. You have to schedule for at least a minimum of 4 events a week. There's nothing has changed with that. That's like showing up on a part-time job. Let me give you 7 ways to evaluate a company before we get done. I'm just gonna give them to you really quickly. All right, number 1, CEO and leadership. All right, CEO and leadership, whether they have experience and if they're like open. So if you with a company and the company has the CEO, if they have like training, if they understand network marketing, if they have a good grasp of this. So I'm going to say this so you guys understand it. When I evaluated TLC, I knew that Jack had experience in network marketing. I knew he was a field affiliate before. A person who has been a field affiliate in a network marketing company understands what it's like. Because Jack used to do home parties too. He's do presentations too. He's go to events too. He to read books and go to personal development and study and stuff too. That's when John LaCroix said when Jack used to be coming talking about, he like, that stuff is stupid. What you talking about? They trying to trick you. They're trying to brainwash you. Here now, Jack's a multi-millionaire because he said, yes, I'm still going to do those things. But if you have a leadership team a CEO who understands leadership, they experience, you got the right CEO or company. We have that. You have the right leadership team that you're connected to because they understand the field and how to work. Then that in itself helps you understand you have the right leadership. I chose Twyla because I knew Twyla understood how to work past me. Not just somebody who sponsor me. Oh, I could have said Daryl. I could have Daryl. If I want to go just for the name, Daryl, you sponsor me. No, I chose Twyla because I wanted to work with somebody who I knew that knows how to tap root, who understands the foundation of network marketing, which is building people and working around through people and grabbing people up and putting other people on your calendar through your people. I told many of you guys, plug in. I told Twyla, reach out. Call her. I want other people to be connected. So we got the right CEO, we got the right leadership. They have experience and they're open to ideas and open to changes from the field. Those things are important. 2, products or service. All right. 7 ways how you evaluate a company. Now, for one, you look for a product. We got A is affordable to the masses because these things you can train on yourself. Because I want you to always know how to evaluate a company. Are the products affordable to the masses? Yes. Our products are equivalent to other products that a person goes to the store and get some detox drink, some energy drink. They get a smoothie, detox smoothie. It will cost them $3 to $4, $5 for some smoothie. They get some type of detox drink. It will cost them $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 for a detox drink. By the time you do the same thing in these one sachet, equivalent to the same thing that people do with coffee, same thing. Is our coffee a person going to spend $2 or $3 for a cup of coffee? By the time you factor in the cost that we pay for coffee with the health component on it, it's affordable to the masses. The masses can afford it. Even if we break it down 5 for 25, the masses can afford that right there. B, is it unique? All right. Our unique now again, when we first came out with the tea, our tea was very unique in the marketplace because nobody at the time had the tea. They had a few other people started trying to implement the tea, but in the very beginning, nobody had that same formulation for the detox tea. All right. But then after other people started getting the formulation for the detox tea and trying to open it up for other companies because people stole the formulation and went to other companies, started creating it, the company started offering other variations of the detox tea in an instant, which made us unique because other people didn't have that. And what's going to make us even more unique, this is important for you guys to understand. We have a product that's coming that we're going to launch that's going to be taking pre-orders in May. It's going to be a unique product in the marketplace that nobody has. And as far as the network marketing space, no company is going to have what we have as a network marketing space. That gives us an opportunity to be in a space that makes it very unique. And once you know that, you know when somebody even try to, well, our company, no, your company don't have this formulation, this slimming system. The fact that we got the product, we got the GLP-1, and we're gonna have the T. The slimming system that we have is unique, a unique position in the marketplace. So that should give you, that should put something in your spirit to go, listen, I got something new. I got something that what we call a category creator. Write that down. It's a new category that's being created in the network marketing space. When people have a chance to be in a new category that's created, that's when wealth is made. That's why everybody's excited. That's why Twila and Dow like, oh my God, you guys just don't know. Because they know what I know. They know it's a unique opportunity. It's a category creator creating a new category. And after a while, other network marketing companies will try to gravitate to it and try to put it in place. But right now, we'll be the only people. So when people are looking around, they won't be able to find it from different companies doing the same thing. They'll be able to only find it from you. All right. All right. Is it a standalone product that's still under two, which when it comes to being a product? Again, first thing is CEO and leadership. Second thing is product or service, right? The product or service. A, is it affordable to the masses? B, is it a unique? C, is it a standalone product? Yes, that basically means, can your product sell itself without the compensation plan? That means without somebody joining. Can you sell your product at vending events? Can you sell your product on the streets? Can you sell your product from a storefront? Yeah, you got a product that can a standalone product without it being a compensation plan attached to it. I'm talking from the company standard compensation plan. That I was looking for that when I came to this company, because I wanted something that the average person, if they didn't sponsor people, could they sell the product? And the answer is yes. All right. D, is it highly consumable? Like consumable. Our product is highly consumable. You have a product that's highly consumable when it comes to the products that you're looking to represent. If it's affordable to the masses, is it unique? Is it a standalone product? Is it highly consumable? Yes. Our product is a highly consumable product because within 30 days, a person is going to use this product. Some products you may get, it may take a person 2 months before they use the product. If it's a cream or some other thing, something they're using, it may take them 2 or 3 months before it's done. So they may take 2 or 3 months for the reorder. Our products, a person's going to, it's 25 sachets. If a person using 1 a day, they'll get 1 in a month. If they're using 2 a day, within 15 days, they want some more. If them and the people in the household are using the same product, they're going to run out faster. So it makes it highly consumable. The NRG is a highly consumable product. The coffee is a highly consumable product. All these things I'm saying to you so you can feel great and feel great that you have a company and have everything that when it comes to how you evaluate a network marketing company, a business. So when somebody try to tell you something negative about it, you once you understand this, that's why nobody can't shake me, because I know what I understand. They're just going off of what they think. As a consumer, never being an entrepreneur, never being able to make 6 or 7 figures. They just going off of, well, I'm the type of person where I gotta try everything before. No, then you ain't an entrepreneur, because you going to, so we sell dog food too. You going to try that before you sell it? You going to just tell me you got to try the dog food? So you're not going to sell dog food till you try it first? That's a lie. You're going to sell the dog food because it's dog food. That's why you're going to sell it, because dogs eat the dog food. So when you understand that, then it helps you. All right. 3, is it a fad or a trend? Our products are not fads. A lot of companies have fad things that come. Like you remember when everybody had the fidget spinners? Nikki, when people have the kids had those are fad little toys that people put in, and everybody's buying them all the time. Then it went to the wayside. There's a lot of things that come as fads. Right now, I know a lot of people into the fatty things where ladies be buying those big drink cups and stuff like that. Those things are fads. After a while, it falls to the wayside and there's no longer a thing. All right. It's just exactly. You remember those because that was a fad. All right. A trending thing is something saying it's not a fad. It's going to be here. All right. Just our products have been here. When it comes to health, that's a trend. That's something that's always going to be trending. I'm saying people can always look for losing weight. They're going to always drink coffee. These are things that long term you can have a business model. All right. Number 4, timing or the track record. Number 4 is timing. 7 ways to evaluate a company. Timing or track record. Timing and track record. our track record, we know that the company sold over $1 billion in products. They earned over a billion in sales. I'm saying they did over $1 billion in sales since we've been a company. Even Twyla Portis, when she had the organization that she's in the first time, their personal organization did over $1 billion in sales. So the track record stands the test of time. All right. All right. The timing is important as well, because there's a certain time in most companies where everybody knows about all the things you're talking about. So therefore they go, I heard about that. No, I don't. My cousin sells this. This person said, people may have heard about it, but the timing is still good, especially with the new product launch coming right now, that we're having a new product. The timing for that is going to take us to another stratosphere of success. I'm saying that we got to have to build up to momentum. So we got perfect timing as well. Number 5, when it comes to 7 ways of how you evaluate a company, right, is whether or not you have a good team or company systems that's in place. When I first came out, that's what I want. These things, listen, guys, I want you to write these things down, because these are the things, when you talk to another network marketer and he asks you these questions, I'm telling you right now, when a network marketer asks you these questions, you start talking about, oh, I don't know, because I'm literally telling you, because you got to be in preparation. Because when I talk to people, these are what I ask. I asked all these questions to Jack and John, all these questions to my sponsor before I came to TLC the first time. All these things, because you know why? Because I learned this from other top network marketers. That's what they want to know how to evaluate. And when I learned how to evaluate, I'm giving you expertise with the anticipation that when somebody asks you, you won't be like, nobody never asked me that before. What I'm telling you, what's going to come if you're looking to be able to be this big leader. You got to be prepared for what's coming next. These are questions that big leaders ask. They want to know. And they're saying, what makes it different? What makes this right here? You got to understand all these things. So they want to know whether or not there's systems in place. Yeah, our team has an amazing system. Matter of fact, our team system. That's why I always tell you, that's why I talk about Anna's system. She's earned millions with the system. The same system that we use. I've earned millions with the system. I know the system still, from Crump and what he was telling you, he's told you the launch call is still the same stuff. He's earned millions with the system. So you guys got the same thing. All right. Whether we got great training systems, marketing materials, training resources. Number 6 is sponsorship. Sponsorship. If you yourself are a great sponsor, or you got lineage that you're connected to with great sponsorship. A lot of times people are telling me, well, I'm gonna join this company because my cousin's doing it. I'm like, who's your cousin's leader? I don't know. And then what happens is they'll go join it with their cousin. Then, like, somebody texted me today, literally, that when I first joined, I wanted them to join it. You know what they texted me today? Hey, can I even I'm with this company over here, with this other organization, can I be a part of Unity? Can I be a part of that? No, no, you got to stay where you at over there, because it'll be confusing to you and your team if you on that call, those calls over here with them, and over here is going to throw you off, and you're just going to, I don't want you to be in that space, because I already know. But they didn't want to be a part of it then, but they see us constantly moving. They see everybody else. I keep seeing people keep posting that I'm talking to people. They're saying that you're helping them, that you've been coaching them. I'm asking them what they're doing. They say they learn some things from you that they're applying. I'm like, no, you have to do what you chose to do over there. So you yourself have to understand that we have great sponsorship. We got a great leadership lineage that we're connected to, from us to Twyla to Daryl to the company. We're working directly with John Licari. We're working directly with Daryl and Twyla, myself, Nikki. You guys got great leaders. You guys are now becoming great leaders as well. So a person who joins, they have the right sponsorship. And you got to be okay knowing that as long as you got access to everybody, you got access to all the resources, you know all the answers, which means you got to know that you have the right sponsorship team you're connected to. And number 7 is the compensation plan. And we're going to be done. You want to know the compensation plan. And yes, we have an amazing compensation plan. That's why most people who actually understand it, when they come to our company, look at our compensation plan, it's simple. But versus all these compensation plans that have these 12 and 15 ways that you can make money, but the top 2 or 3 is only for the person who got started, but the other 7 ways are for all the people who build big teams. Our company will give you the same opportunities that somebody, whether a person's an ambassador or somebody's at the lowest level, you still can earn the same type of income. You still have the same opportunity. Our compensation plan is sleek. It's simple. It pays out 50% to everybody. You don't have to wait till you get to a rank before you get to 50%. You get that day one. Most companies, you only get 10% of this, and then 15% of this, and then 20%. You don't get to 50% until after you have had a big team. We get 50% partnership out the gate. All these things right here, guys, I want to give to you. So as you start to put your launch calls in place this week, you got to understand you have everything you need. I just showed you how to evaluate TLC, how to evaluate and know it into your mindset and your spirit. You have the right company, the right everything. There's nothing else better at this time. Nothing else better. No other companies offering what we're offering. I just saw Jack. I think a lady shared it with me that Jack was in a company. He was in a country where they actually launching the trading platform. He was out there with a bunch of people. I was literally, when I came here, I literally was talking to them. I sat down with them and I was trying to bring a trader. I had a partner, somebody I sponsored, who was like, we was talking, trying to get. I'm like, listen, guys, this would be a great space for trading international. They was like, yo, that sounds great. But the person fell to the wayside. They picked it up after I left, and now they are doing big things in the country with trading. So we have an opportunity that's second to none to any company out here, guys. And once you know it, you lock that into your spirit, into your energy, and you go out there into the world. Now you invite all these people with the certainty that you have the right company, the right organization, the right leadership, the right timing, the right position, the right sponsorship, the right compensation, everything. Once you know that, now when you start calling your people, you don't call them with fear. You don't call them with doubt, with worry, or none of those things. You call them with certainty. So I'll be looking for calls, text messages for those of you who are looking to launch your businesses this week, like doing a serious launch, who want to take it really serious. I'll be looking for those. If you guys got home parties scheduled, do me a favor, everybody in this call, I want you to map out your schedule for the week. If I want you to, let me see what time it's 10 o'clock. By 11, before 10:30, which should be quick, just go ahead and text, like screenshot it or take a picture of it and send it to me. I just want to see what you got going on for the week so I can add your schedule to my schedule. If I got some free time, I can pop in on a call. If you got a home party, I can pop in there. So I want you to draw. I want everybody that's on this call, all 18 of you guys, to draw out your schedule for this next week. If you got 2 weeks out, you can do 2 weeks out. Put it on your calendar, what you got going on for the next week to 2 weeks. Take a screenshot of it or a picture of it, and then send it to me. All right, so I'll know, so I can add it to that, because it's not for accountability, just for I can know what you have going on, so I can also add that to my calendar. If I'm available for other things to add it to my calendar as well, I want to do what I can as well. Do I have anybody before we done have any last minute comments, statements, things they want to share about what Nikki shared and I shared before we done with the call tonight? Any last thing you want to share?
I just want to say thanks again. I can't never say thanks enough for you and Nikki's leadership. I know Demond Crump. I was in YTB with him years ago, and like you said, every time we hear somebody or we get on a train, it's you can always hear what you taught us already in those full steps, and I know repetitions is reinforcement, but I know it's time to start putting this stuff into action. So I appreciate y'all working with us and y'all patience with us. And I'm just really excited about all that's it's just coming together full circle.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate that as well. And you guys got, I'll repost again the new presentation into the group. If you guys didn't see it in the Rebirth group, I'll make sure we repost it again so you guys have access to it, so you can actually start to go through the presentation, train the presentation. We're about to stop doing the 8 o'clock calls with Rebirth. That means as individuals and as a team, we'll be doing stuff. So I'll be looking for leaders who want to step up and actually be doing the presentation, who want to be on the front line, who want to be able to be those types of leaders. But you also have to be that for your personal organization and team. And the thing is this: if you don't want to plug in, I'm okay with that. But those who do, I'm definitely in love with that. So hit me up and let me know who wants to plug in. If you don't, I'll support you however you want to be supported. Whatever you want to do, that's fine with me, because we work with the willing and those who want to be able to move the way we're moving. And guys who don't, congratulations to you. I trust that you know what to do. You know how to do it. I just got to believe in you, because I do. All right, so do what you have to do for yourself and your organization, guys. But those who really want to work with me this week right here, these next 2 weeks, as we close out April, please hit me up, get on the schedule, get on the calendar, take it really serious, and let's have an amazing, because again, let's have an amazing April. Let's close out with an extra 5,000 in your pocket, Sharon. Extra 5,000 in your pocket, Sonia. extra 3 and 5,000 in your pocket, Corey. Stop acting like extra 5,000 won't help every one of us on this call right now. Stop being bougie on the call like we too good to put 5 to 10,000 in our pockets right now. Because each and every one of us on this call right now can use an extra 5 to 10 G's, and that can actually happen for you between now and April. That part I know for a fact. All right, guys, always remember, giving the sum total of all your decisions. You cannot change who you are, but giving new life, new vision, new unity, you can change who you become. So with that, today, not tomorrow, but like right now, schedule launch calls, understand the power which you have in your hands and what you're locked in with. Schedule and send me your pictures of your next 2 weeks, and let's all just become. You guys have a great and a powerful new you. Good day, everybody. Good night.
Good night.